All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, double honor city apostles and elders of great millstone who grew well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yeah, I'm doing another impromptu, another in transit, because I was meditating on the scripture that says in Exodus chapter 15, verse 3, where it says, the Lord is a man of war. Okay, the Lord is his name, right? And I was just meditating on that with this whole war that's going on in the so-called Middle East, Asia, right? More specifically, the war to try to get the Strait of Hormuz back open again, all right? Because that's the objective now, you know? That's how you know America is reacting to everything Iran is doing, and America's losing this war. First, it was nuclear enrichment, and then it was the ballistic missiles. Then it was to stop Iran's proxies like Hezbollah, Hamas, and the Houthis. And now it's the negotiation is to get the Strait of Hormuz opened up, which there is no negotiation. Iran already, okay, said what they want. They want American troops out of the so-called Middle East. They want America to pay reparations, okay? All right? And they want America to never attack again. And Iran said that the war will stop when they want it to stop, okay? So that's what Iran is saying. So who the fuck is Donald Trump talking to? He's talking to himself. He's talking, all right, to his own reflection, all right? The dude Donald Trump, Mr. 47, Mr. Nero, okay, is delusional, all right? So the objective is the Strait of Hormuz. Now, the reason why I'm saying the Lord is a man of war, because I was just looking at the terrain, all right, the map of the Strait of Hormuz, and more specifically the side of Iran and their terrain. All that's there is mountains and cliffs and little beaches. The beaches are not even big, but mainly mountains and cliffs all throughout that terrain. And I was like, man, the Lord is a man of war. The Lord literally created those mountains and terrains for the purpose of this war, for the purpose of this World War III, for the purpose for America to be judged, okay? Because your troops, when they enter that meat grinder, all right, that's going to show that you're being judged, that the Lord is not on your side, okay? The Lord was never on your side, but it's going to be made manifest that the Lord was never on your side. He was using, okay, you American troops, all right, to fulfill his will, okay, so that prophecy could be fulfilled. So again, that terrain, that when you look at the terrain, of Iran, okay, more specifically the Strait of Hormuz, all right, first of all, the Strait of Hormuz on the Iranian side, okay, all it has in the Strait of Hormuz is just like little islands, okay, which that's supposedly that's the objective, to try to get the military boots on those islands. But that's suicide, because again, right across from these islands on the Iranian territory, on their land, is nothing but mountains and cliffs. And you know what's in those mountains and cliffs? Ballistic missiles, okay, rockets, okay, areas where they can launch their drones, their Shahed, which stands, and it's Farsi for martyr, okay, all right. Then they got in the from these mountains. They got the water that's right there, and they built nothing but caves in these mountains that boats could come right out of the caves, like on some Batman shit. Okay, right out the cave onto the water, and they got unmanned, okay, boats that have nothing but explosives on it. Okay, just like they got unmanned, okay, torpedo submarines, small submarines. Unmanned, meaning they're controlling it with remote control, like a video game. Okay? Yo, the Lord is a man of war. He made sure that the Persians would have this technology. Okay, hey, as the scriptures say, wisdom and knowledge shall increase, even in war. To have this technology to go against America's, okay, military. All right? And again, the terrain. So when these boots, if they land on the island, or if they land on like Qatar, right, or the UAE, all right, or Saudi Arabia, they're gonna be tagged up. They're gonna be literally annihilated. Okay, which it goes to show you, man. The military that those troops, you know, from the military, the U.S. military that gets sent over there, you're not coming back. You're not coming back. Joel chapter 2, verse 20. All right? The Lord is clearly removing America's military, all right, which it's known as the Northern Army in Joel chapter 2, verse 20, in that region. And you're never coming back, man. Okay? You're not coming back. Now, I was just watching Apostle Tahar's Joel chapter 2, verse 20 video. He was also talking about the microchip, the RFID chip, right? Okay, being implemented on these troops, and that's and the narrative that they'll push on these troops is like, look, okay, which makes sense. Look, you know, we're not doing so well in this war, and you know, we got to take these, you know, these positions on these islands, and again, that's a suicide. But hey, so we know where you're at. Here, take this chip. All right? Take this chip so we know where you're at. Take this RFID chip. Okay? So we could track you, because, you know, things can happen. You know, we didn't count. You know, we didn't expect this type of opposition from the Iranians. So here, take this chip so you don't get lost. All right? Maybe they already have the chip. All right, like the Rangers or the Delta Force. They're maniacs anyway. They live for war, right? Maybe they already have the chip. But yeah, y'all not coming back, and the chip will be implemented on these troops. Okay? And again, the Lord is a man of war. And again, he set this terrain up. You got to look at the terrain near the Strait of Hormuz. It's mountains. It's nothing but mountains and cliffs. Yo, Iran has been setting up shop on those mountain and cliffs for decades. Okay? Setting up shop. Missiles, drones. Okay? Then you got the boats that are coming out of the caves like some Batman shit. Okay? All right? Then you got submarines, manned or unmanned, because Iran has small submarines. Okay? Yeah, the Lord is a man of war. And it goes to show you that you Americans didn't count the cost, man. Okay? All right? Your leaders didn't count the cost because of their pride and their arrogancy. All right? They're literally fighting like it's World War II while Iran's fighting World War III. Okay? Using technology, advanced technology in their war. Everything is precision missile. Everything is drones. And the drones are cheap. Okay? They got you in your pocketbook. And again, I'm going to say this one more time. I've done lessons on it. Iran's fighting what's known as war of attrition, meaning prolonged war. They're saying they're in it for the long haul. They want to bleed you out economically, all right? They want to create political unrest. Iran said that they want a barrel of oil to be $200 at least. Oh, by the way, the fucking Ukraine military, they just hit a Russian oil refinery. So reports are coming in that Russia's not gonna export oil anymore. Okay, or they're thinking about not exporting oil by April 1st. So you know what that's gonna do to the oil markets? Pump, pump, pump. Okay, get ready to see gas at $6, $7, $8 a gallon. What? Hey, man, and this is all to create civil unrest. All right, in America. Again, the Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. Yahweh is his name. Okay, the Lord is strategic because there's got to be civil unrest in America. And what's going to cause it? Hitting these Americans' pocketbooks, hitting their pockets, making it expensive that they will, okay, riot. They will become uncivil. And that's why Donald Trump, see, again, Donald Trump, executive order, okay? See, we hear the prophets of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, we watch everything, okay? And we filter it through the scriptures. What did Donald Trump execute in his executive order last year? Okay? The National Guard. Quick reaction force. Guess when they're operational? April 1st, 2026. It's worth a Google, okay? It's worth an AI overview. How about that? Okay? All right? Okay? Yeah, I'm in the mocking mode now, all right? With stammering lips, you shall talk to these other people, man. Okay? Roughly paraphrasing it. All right? The Lord shall mock when your fear cometh. Who's going to be doing the mocking? The prophets. All right? We in mocking mode. We in stammering lips mode. All right? Because we've been said these things were coming and it's happening. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Since you're impatient. All right? Mr. BMW. All right? You people that are on these people on these roads, they're going to crash out. Well, I'm in traffic. All right? And these people are crashing out already because they see that the gas keeps going up. Okay? Now they're stuck in traffic. All right? You know? And so I can't wait. Oh, by the way, me and my beloved brother Zakari, we're going to do a lesson on it. Get ready for energy lockdowns, okay? Get ready for back to what it was, C19, okay? But this time it's going to be way different, okay? Because it's going to be based on energy, okay? That's gonna be the real panic, and that's why again the National Guard is gonna have to be deployed because people are gonna lose it. All right, energy crisis, energy conservation, okay? To conserve energy, you got to stay in only essential personnel, okay? Universal basic income. Don't worry, all right? Yeah, it's coming. All right. So yeah, the Lord is a man of war. Look at the terrain of Iran near the Strait of Hormuz. It's nothing but mountains and cliffs. And again, according to several intelligence and news reports and former intelligence officers like Larry Johnson, okay, or former military officers like Scott Ritter, or who's the other one? Daniel Davis, right? And retired Colonel McGregor, all right. Supposedly, I think the number now is 75,000 U.S. troops, ranging from Rangers, Delta, 82nd Airborne, Marines, okay, Navy SEALs. Supposedly, they're supposed to try to take these islands on the Strait of Hormuz, as well as, which I'm digressing more and more because they keep talking about it on mainstream media. Karg Island. That's got to be a fake, a pump fake. But we'll see. But they're supposed to send America's best to these islands, okay? All right? Or maybe that is a pump fake in general, and they're just going to have them in Saudi Arabia and what's it called? Qatar and UAE, okay? And then from there, that'll be the staging ground, which that's suicide because, again, Iran has ballistic missiles, precision missiles, and drones, okay? That's why they were, and see, again, I got to bring this up. These devils didn't count the costs, and they've been lying to the American people. Donald Trump, before the war kicked off, Donald Trump ordered U.S. troops to leave military bases, installations that were in Saudi Arabia, Qatar, okay, Bahrain, right, United Arab Emirates, all right, Jordan. So where did these troops go? They didn't fly out. They went to hotels, okay? And that's why you saw a Shahed, okay, a drone hit the Dubai hotel because, all right, Iran knew because Iran has intelligence, has their own intelligence personnel on the ground in those countries. Like, oh yeah, these military guys and these CIA operatives, they went into this hotel. Oh, okay, cool. And they started striking, okay, these hotels because that's where the military and the CIAs were. So where the fuck? So again, all these new troops go into these different countries. Where the fuck are y'all going to hide at? They blew up. Iran's saying they blew up all these military bases, okay, and they started hitting these hotels. So where the fuck are y'all going? Y'all didn't count the cost. And again, this is the will of the Lord to make sure prophecy is fulfilled. Because we give the glory, the reverence to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. He's making sure that prophecy is fulfilled, all right? So that America, all right, gets judged for its wicked crimes against the children of Israel, okay? That's why this is all happening. It all goes back to the Bible, all right? And that's why we use current events to filter it, all right, through the scriptures, okay? And me, I like to give it color. I'll go into the current events and I'll give you the playbook via current events, okay? Because, the Lord put the Spirit on me to watch and then put pieces together, pattern recognition, all right? And discernment, all right? Which the Lord gave all his prophets pattern recognition, discernment, okay? All right? We're telling you what's going to happen before it's happened through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, because that's what a prophet is supposed to do, okay? And all my brothers, okay, from my apostles and elders on down, we've been saying this, and it's happening, all right? You just got to deal with it, all right? So, we're almost out of here. It's time to wise up, man. To our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites. It's high time to wake up out of sleep, okay? The Lord is done with this place, okay? And he's going to show you by destroying, all right, making sure that America loses this war and destroys America's military, okay? By this war, all right, not going in their favor. And you're going to see it. You're going to see it, okay? So it's time to wake the hell up, all right? We only got a short time. The Lord is a man of war, all right? He prophesied that these wars would happen, okay? He set up the terrain so that the wars can go according to his will. Again, look at the terrain of Iran. Who put that terrain there? Okay, it was the Lord. Okay, he's the creator of everything. Okay? So, Lord wants us to edify. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right? I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay? Bahashim Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, all right, who have taught me this truth, all right, who have been diligent for decades saying this was going to happen, and it's happening, okay? All right? Okay? Please let me through. Thank you. These people can be inconsiderate sometimes. All right? Hey, for the sincere Akim that are in this truth, keep pushing, keep fighting, man. We're almost out of here. It's getting spicy. All right? Let's see if, Donald Trump sends the boots on the ground this weekend. Because he likes to attack on the weekend. Again, pattern recognition, because the markets are not open. Okay? So he wants to create the shock and awe, all right, over the weekend. So we'll see. And yeah, to the few that are watching, keep studying. And when you pray to cover almost out of here. Stay locked in. We're almost out of here. Shalom.